When I arrived here in 2019, the parsonage had been completely gutted down to the studs. You could walk in and you could see from one end of the building to the other, from top to bottom pretty much.
Worthwhile Wear is a faith-based nonprofit that works to reach and restore survivors of human trafficking. We started our work in 2012 in India, but then quickly began to understand the issue of human trafficking isn't just a faraway thing, but also in our communities. So today we serve survivors in our communities in the greater Philadelphia area by providing community outreach, long-term housing, and employment through our various programs.
So there was really an empty shell of a building.
It was in rough shape. I think that maybe is an understatement.
Until Dan and I met and we came up with a plan.
When they said, hey, we have a building, we don't know what to do with it, could you use it? And we saw them sacrificially give this building for a 30-year lease for $1 a year. It's a heck of a deal for us. But we were able to renovate it, invest our funds into it, knowing that we have a long-lasting partnership. We had over 50 volunteers from around the country come and volunteer, contractors in different skilled labor sets, and they were working on Meleny's house, and while working there, they were able to be housed and fed at Souderton Mennonite Church.
It's important to have the support of a great community, and we have a great community here in Souderton. A great community that provided an attorney that did the work for us pro bono. A borough bureaucracy, and I'm saying that in the nicest way, that really allowed all the zoning needs to pass very easily. They welcomed this project as a way of bringing, lower income housing into the community. The name Meleny's House comes from the name of one of the former residents of the parsonage, Meleny Miller, who was the wife of Emmanuel's pastor emeritus, Richard Miller, who retired in 1999, and she lived in that house for 22 years. About 20 years of it, she lived as a near quadriplegic. And in her name and in her legacy, that home now serves as a place of refuge for other women who are suffering. Different afflictions, but still finding a place of refuge, finding a place to call home, finding a place of worth in a world that may tell them that they're not worthy.
I'm thinking of, in particular, one of our recent graduates, Angela. I talked to her and I said, how are you doing? And she says, I'm doing really good. She says, actually, I'm strong now. And then she said something that was the most profound. She said, Dan, I've actually gone back to the streets where I was trafficked. And for a second, my heart stopped and I was a little bit scared to hear what was next, because I thought maybe she was returning to that life. And she said, no, the reason I've gone back is to share with other women that they have value and that there is hope. And that's ultimately what we are looking to do.
So between a wonderful partner in Worthwhile Wear, a great community here at the Emmanuel Lutheran Church, and a great set of neighbors here in Souderton, this Meleny's House really is doing wonderful God's work and work of the Holy Spirit right here in Souderton.